Some places never forget, and some souls never stop searching. What happened to me 1 year ago still haunts me every single night. If you're watching this alone, you might want to turn on the lights. It was exam season. Our final board exams were just 2 weeks away, and I was way behind. Normally, our school library at Eden Hill closed at 5 p.m., but because of exams, the principal announced it would stay open till midnight. My house is only 10 minutes away, so instead of studying at home with all the distractions, I preferred the dead silence of the library. That evening, I left home around 6:30 p.m. The library was peaceful. I got completely lost in my books until I suddenly checked my phone. It was 11:17 p.m. Almost everyone had already left. The huge hall was completely empty. Only the sound of the ceiling fan and my own breathing remained. I had just 10 to 15 minutes of revision left, so I told myself, finish this chapter and go home. I was deep into my notes when I heard it. A slow, dragging, limping sound. Thud, drag, thud, drag. It was coming from the corridor outside the library. My heart skipped a beat. Who would be limping here at this hour? I quickly packed my bag and rushed out. The long corridor leading to the main exit was dimly lit. Only a few emergency lights were on. As I walked faster, the limping sound followed me. I reached the end of the corridor and turned right towards the exit gate, and that's when I saw her. A woman standing completely still at the far end, half hidden in shadow. I couldn't see her face clearly, but something felt terribly wrong. My stomach twisted. Without thinking, I shouted, "Who's there?" In a fraction of a second, she vanished into thin air. I breathed out heavily and almost laughed at myself for getting scared. I pushed open the front gate and stepped onto the street. But the moment I walked out, I froze. The entire street was empty. No cars, no people, no street vendors, nothing. This road is usually busy even at 11 p.m. Tonight it felt like the whole city had disappeared. I kept my head down and walked as fast as I could. My legs were shaking from exhaustion and fear. I was almost near my lane when I noticed something on the ground. A long, dark shadow stretching towards me from behind me. But there was no one there. I slowly lifted my head, and there she was, walking slowly right in front of me. A woman in old, torn clothes, her back slightly hunched, her left leg twisted and dragging behind her with every step. Her hands looked deformed, fingers bent at unnatural angles. Her long hair was messy and covered half her face. She was walking so painfully slow that I caught up to her within seconds. I wanted to run past her, but my body wouldn't move. My gut was screaming at me, "Don't go near her." I stopped dead in my tracks. Then she stopped too. Without turning around, in a broken, raspy voice that sounded like it came from deep inside a well, she asked, "Have you seen my daughter?" My blood turned cold. I couldn't speak. My mouth went dry. She slowly turned her head towards me. I still couldn't see her full face because of the hair, but I saw one eye, hollow and desperate. Again, louder this time, "Have you seen my daughter?" I was shaking so badly I could barely point. I raised my trembling hand and pointed towards the dark, empty park on the left and whispered, "She went that way, far away."
I just wanted her to leave. She stared at me for what felt like forever, then started limping in the direction I pointed. Thud, drag, thud, drag. She went so far that I couldn't see her anymore. I finally took a breath and started running towards my house like my life depended on it. I was only 100 meters from my gate when I heard her scream from behind, a blood-curdling, painful cry that echoed through the empty street. "She is here!" Everything went black after that. When I opened my eyes, I was lying on my bed. My neighbor told me he found me unconscious on the road, foaming at the mouth. He carried me home. Later that night, he told me the story that still gives me nightmares. In 1998, a 32-year-old woman named Agatha lived near Eden Hill School. She had a beautiful 10-year-old daughter who studied in the same school. One evening, while playing with friends near the school ground, the little girl met with a horrible accident and died on the spot. Agatha lost her mind after her daughter's death. She couldn't accept it. She kept searching for her everywhere, in the school, on the streets, in the library. A few months later, Agatha was found dead in her house, but her soul never left. People say her ghost still roams around Eden Hill School and the nearby streets, limping, searching, forever asking the same question: "Have you seen my daughter?" And sometimes, if you answer her, she thinks you know where the child is. To this day, I never stay late at the library, and whenever I walk home at night, I still check behind me. If you ever hear slow, limping footsteps at night, don't turn around. Don't answer her question. Just run, because if she asks you, she might think her daughter is with you. What do you think? Was this real or just my imagination? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want more real horror stories like this, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Stay safe and keep your lights on tonight. I'll see you in the next story, if I'm still here. Bye.